Good morning. As you can see, I couldn't control myself. I couldn't wait. I want to start this. Even just to put down our background layer of fabric. The only thing that we're going to need to do this is the substrate, or the backer of the back. And so I'm just going to take out this one. And we're going to put this one right back down here because we'll be using these again in another time, I'm sure. And all of these options. But let's get rid of this and see what we have here with our options. Get the big picture. And goodness knows, we are needing a big picture here. I'm not going to need these. I might want these. We might want those. We might want that. We might want that. So, the rest out of harm's way. And so let's look now. Let's pull all of this close. Surround ourselves with our toys and pretties. One thing that you're going to want to have is a pair of scissors that are dedicated only to fabric. These blades must never, ever, ever, never, ever touch paper, because they will not cut fabric properly again in this lifetime. So I went and got out my my fabric scissors. This is just these are just my snippers. Now, the way to do this is to jump in at the deep end. Let's just plunge in and put something down on here. Yes, let's do that. Let's have a little deep end plunge right here. Piece of decent quality white cotton. Yes, I know, white on white, but that's allowed. Okay, here's our first piece. Down. Now, do we want it that way, or do we want it that way? I'm going to declare it that way. Done, started, we're into this now. We can just see what we see here. Let's just have a little piece of something. Oh, this has got some selvage on the edge, so I'm going to cut that right there and keep it, because it's selvage is a good thing. Not necessarily for what we want right now. And in most cases, Tim Holtz fabric does not like to be ripped. Oh well, that's okay. It can make demands on my project. That's allowed too. Let's see about maybe that right there, and I like that raggedy edge. And let's move it down just a little bit. Why? No idea. Do not ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing, because that takes away some of the fun. And that's what we're all about now. That's what we're all about. Well, I would like to have a little something something with a little something something growing here. Let's see if this one will do. Oh yes. Now, I thought maybe a little something something like that right there. Just a little touch of the just a little touch of the green. way, or this way. This way, or this way. Let's do this way. Okay, look, we've already got 3 pieces down. Life is good. Now, we don't want to waste this. No, we don't. So, we're just going to keep that there ready in case we get a craving for it. I want this bit that looks almost like a crown. Yes, I do. Gonna have it. Going to have it just because you never know when you might want these bits, so there they are. How about there? How about there? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, and maybe not. I like that color. That color caught my eye. Oh, sure, let's go. That color just caught my eye. And it's going to go under there. That's there. Okay. How about a piece of this? Yes. A piece of this. Right there. No glue. We're going to baste this down. Okay. I like that little bit of that showing. I do like that. Oh, look at us moving right along here now. Oh, oh my, look at how bad that is. Oh, yes. Oh, my. You're going to stay there to remind me that you're there. Because you have, you're special. All right, now. I want a circle. And why would I bother to cut one out when I have one right here? So, let's have a circle. There we go. I don't remember where I found this, but I know that I war hooped when I saw it. Definite war hoop. Now, oh, blending too much. Blending a little too much. Let's have some of these words right there, which will help with the blending too much thing. What can we put under here? What can we put under here? I'm thinking a piece of this. I'm thinking a piece of this. This is like collage with fabric. Probably why it's so much fun. All right, let's see where we are now. Collage with fabric. How about right there? What have we got here? Oh yes. Oh yes. So we've used quite a few of our things that we thought was a big deal. Well, it's not, is it? We're just using right. We're getting right into these. Let's have a little bit of let's have a little bit of that right there. I want a little more white, believe it or not. Yes, I do. I need a little bit more white. Let's have a little more white under here. Well, I'm not even going to worry about trying to do the whole thing. If I do half of this today, I will be doing my happy dance. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Do we like it so far? Let's look. Let's look and see where we are so far. Not too bad. Not too bad. And we're almost halfway there. Well, let's say we're almost at the halfway. Oh, I gotta have this. I just absolutely have to have this. Yes. This and this play well together. Let's see if this plays well. Right there. Go a little further. A little smidge further. Little smidge further. Do we want it to be this way? We want it this way because there's pink down here, and well, those things really don't matter. It's just where we want it to be. Words. Little words here. Let's have some little words. Yes, I have a pin in my mouth. Now I know that you would never put a pin in your mouth. Ever, ever. I just know that. that grayish one. Ooh, look at that grayish one. That's a color we don't have working here yet, do we? No, we don't. Oh yes. Grayish one right there. Now, if I say one more piece, we're going to end up off the end of this, and I don't want to. That's not the goal for today. Today, I want to show you how we construct and what we do with. Now, since I've been a wee girl, which is 3 centuries ago, I have always basted in red thread. All of my needlepoint outlines and so forth, always based in red thread. So here's my red thread, regular, ordinary sewing thread, and if I baste, it's red. So, and in basting, you only need to have a knot, and yes, I put that one in my mouth. You only need to have a knot in one end, because that way you get to pull it out when you're. So, I'm a righty. Let's just start attaching these things down. You can leave this loose enough so that you can have something to tug. No, don't do that. Okay, just don't do that. And don't pull them. Bother worrying about pulling them tightly. Not necessary. Okay, let's not throw this off now. That's not cooperative behavior. I'll probably put about 4 rows of this basting on here. Anyone, whether you've sewn or not, can do this. Down, up. Just some good old-fashioned down, up. Okay. If imperfection happens with the lay of what's underneath, well, what we're going to have on top of this is going to hide all of that. So, alrighty. The first row, first bit is basted, and we're going to let that piece of red thread just lie right there, so that when we come back to start doing our stitching and want to remove the basting, we just grab this and give it a pull, and it just right out like magic. Okay, just like magic. Okay, yes, I put that right in my mouth again. So you're going to get to learn some bad habits. And okay. Now going to go and work along this bottom right here and put another row of basting in here. And there we go. And we're off to the races with basting. Now, you can also hold this more in your hands than I'm doing. I'm doing this for the sake of you seeing that it's just down and up. But there's no reason why you couldn't do this with it also. Some folks might find that easier to do that way. You will find your own way as you go along. If you're brand new at this, you might want to keep it flat, or flat as you can along the table. Here we go. See, and that happens. That's good and healthy and normal because it aggravates you. It gets your blood circulating a little bit. See, this is all a good thing. It's definitely all a good thing. And we'll just go back there and see what we're going to do here now. Come on, come on, come on. See, you just think you're going to do this. No, you're not. See, no, you're not. There you go. Alrighty, let's get this up a little bit. Up a little bit. And this will all behave so much better when you have this top one and this bottom one sewn on a little bit better. There we go. Okay. Well, this is a piece of heavy linen, so it's, it takes a little more doing. There we go. Just where we wanted. Purest of luck. Purest of luck. There we go. And we're almost where we want to be at the end. There we go. And I'll put on one more, just one more, and that will be that. And just let it now. So we now have the top and bottom tucked down here. Now we can go here and here, right across, and it will stabilize and hold everything so that then we can start playing. Let the good times roll. think I'll have a sip of water. And here we'll start, about there. Strikes me as a good spot. I'm glad I have that gray on there. I love that gray. Now, wait a minute now. I want to see a little bit more of this. Can I fix this a little bit? Nope, not going to bother. Not going to even think about it. Now, you need to stay there. And some of you might find that this works more easily if you stitch away from yourself like this. You'll find your way. You'll find the one that works for you. Okay. Now, we're going to have to be a little bit careful when we get to this, because I'm thinking, this is not, we're not getting paid for the perfection. This is basting. Now, I'm going to hold that down right there like that, so that I can get this basting line on the bottom of this, because this is rather heavy. This is rather a heavy piece of fabric, so might make my basting stitches a little smaller. And one more. One more. Okay. And then we're going to put our last row of basting stitches right through the center, just right there. Here are our basting. This is our basting thus far. The more I look at this, the more I like it, if I say so myself. Right, now let's go right here. And right here, some of the fabrics you'll find are heavier and take a little bit more of a pull. go. Some of these fabrics, these print fabrics are heavier than they look. Now we're going to have to pay attention to our business here, because we want this top one to be attached. So I'm just going to, here's where the stitch is. I'm going to step up. Why not? It's mine, it's basting, and I want that top down there. So I'm just going to do a little cut across here. There we go. Done. Done and dusted, or basted. Now, here's another thing, of course, that you shouldn't do. Don't do that. Okay, now, down, not moving, ready for our creative wiles. My next step is to go to my stash, my stack of leftover needlepoint threads and so forth, and to find just two or three things to start out that I think might work nicely here. You're doing this deliberately to me? Yeah, see? Okay. Well, we're just going to remember you. Alrighty. Now, what colors? I don't know. Something is going to pop a little bit. Okay. Bring out some drawers, and we'll fish around and have a look. Be back. All right, let's run through my thinking on this again. As you can see, I chose these two drawers. The yellows and purple and the pinks. Because on here, thus far, I see some things that catch my personal eye. We have some pink here, pink here. We have this bit of yellow hiding, and this bit of yellow with a fine bit of pink through it. And I can't get enough of this. I want to play there. That's just because Carol wants to play there. You might decide to do some other stitches along your other pieces. My childish desire says I want to do something there. So, what about choosing some pink and yellow to go over here? It would be fun. Enough of that discussion. Fun works for me. This color works very nicely right there, and not too badly right there, and it's bright. It's warm, and it shows a bit. I like that. Now yellows. Oh, this, I don't know if any of you know, that the same place where you buy your DMC floss, they usually have some hanging that are variegated. And this is yellow variegated. And I like all the shades of yellow that are there. So, Oh, was that for simple? I've made my first choice. Okay, get this over here, and these up and out of the way for a bit. And now I'm going to make use of these holes to start. Don't know what I'm going to do in here, if anything, but right now, today, in this, I'm going to make use of these holes. And here comes the little bit of a special lesson from someone who has needle pointed for eons. Let's see what we're going to use. Let's see what we're going to use here. We need a point. We need a point. We need something with a point. That might just do it to it. And then again, maybe not. Point. Heavier, bigger hole. Let's see about that. Yes. Okay. Need a point to see, too heavy. Too heavy. Let's try you. Let's see what you're going to say. You're going to say perfect. Okay. Now, going to find our, oh my, this is an old one. You can see by the type of band on them. That's probably 20 or 30 or more years old. Ah, there it is. Okay. Now, you pull. If you're in this state, you pull very gently and you open the eyeballs and you see that this is the guy that's being pulled. So out we come. And where are you? There it is. Do you see it pulling? Okay. This allows you to keep this on it, which makes it easier to work with. Let's have another pull right there. Oh, this one's an easy one. I'm liking this one. Okay. We'll do this one for a while. And now the needle pointers lesson. You will get this cotton, which is very fine quality, to look shinier and silkier if you hold it like this in your fingers and you torment the ends a little bit here and you pull out. Don't let go here. You will never get a knot. It can't happen. You will pull out one. You will pull out two. Three. Four. This is 6 strand. 4. And 5 and 6. Notice I have not ever let go, and there they all are. Now, what you're going to do is put them back together. Put them back together. And we're going to try to even up these tips a bit here. Now you don't need to do this. If you're new and you're going to say, okay, Carol, that's an example of crazy, please don't do it. It's not necessary. However, you can turn DMC floss into some of the prettiest, shiniest, and then they will lay down next to themselves beautifully, like this. Let's see how many of these, if we can get them in that. I'm not sure we're going to get them in this. No, we're not. Okay. I thought that was too good to be true. I need to get out the some more needles. I will be right back. All right, now I found this rather fine needle with a point and an eye big enough to hold these 6 strands. Now, if you hadn't separated and returned these might not lie so well in here. They might stay round rather than flatter. So I've done myself a favor by doing that to the floss. And I know that it will go through here because I've tried it. I wanted to show you an example of a needle that in my youth, like, 20 or so years ago, I used to use and think nothing of it. Serious, not there craziness would hold maybe 1 or 2 strands of whatever I was using. It fell out of here, so that's why I thought I'd share it with you. And this was also called a beading needle. You use these needles for applying beads. Now, and if this does not produce what I need, then I have another layer of a stack that I can go into. But I found this one in here on first try. Okay, now let's put this one back in here because this is the one we're using. All right, you're out of the way. You're out of the way. And let's get this one nice and straight and tight. Okay, come on. You're not allowed to do it. There you go. Okay, let's show you. You might not want to do it this way. There is no need for you to. Make an X, thread on the bottom on your pointer finger, hold the needle in the thumb. 1, 2, put your hands over it, drag it through, sticks under your nail. There's your knot. Now, let's see what we're going to do here. Let's start anywhere. Let's just start here. Let's just start here and down directly in front of that opening. Yes, there's a lot of 6 strands of fabric there, of thread there, and you will notice, if you look very closely, how that just those 6 strands now decide to lay next to each other. It's natural. I'm going to skip because I think I'm going to put yellow in between. I'm going to not pull too tightly. Not to pull too tightly. Go directly out from there, not over here, not over there. It has to be right there if that's what you want to do. And down it goes. And pull, 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 and there's another pretty one. And all around I'm going to go. And there it is. the look will be different if you did not railroad. It's called railroading your thread, your DMC. If you didn't do that, it's going to have a different look, but it'll be beautiful. Doesn't make any difference, and the police are not coming. Please try to remember with this now. If I wanted this to be craziness, I could pull it out a little bit and do this to it, so that it will lay down the way I want it to. Now, as you can see, we have begun our play here. And now I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to pull this one up to the front and leave it. And I'm going to do the yellow and put it in between so that you will see what I have in my... Now, I'm having difficulty pulling here because there are lots of layers of under here. And I have this little goody. I know I just saw my best buddy in here. Where are you, buddy? Come on. Come on. Come to Mama. Where are you? Hiding. Not allowed. Well, I shall have to look around for that a little bit. Oh, goodness, if it got any bigger, it would bite me on the nose. This is just a piece of rubber. And we put that on the needle. And right through like butter. Alrighty. So, let's go again here. If you are not interested in seeing me do the same thing again, just give it give a fast forward. Oops, not two. No. Don't think you're going to outsmart me. Not two. One. Two. Alrighty, I'll do this as housekeeping and I'll be back when I have it threaded. Alrighty. Let me share something about this variegated DMC. First piece I took out turned out to be the lighter shades of the variegation on the cotton. There's no reason on earth why you can't take out the color that you want. So, as you can see, this is the darker of the colors in here. I wanted the darker ones to show because I thought, look how nicely they go here. I just like the way they work with what little bit of yellow we have on our piece of slow stitching. So, hint: you can take pieces of the thread out of center. You do not need to take it out as it comes out of the skein. Hint, hint. Okay, let's go now. And see. And see what we get. Directly on top. Ready? I'm not happy. I'm not happy, do you see? It's katilt. We don't do katilt. That's pushing my last button. No, don't like that. Therefore, out we go. Rethread, and pay attention to what you're doing, Carol, so that you don't have to do this too often. No. Let's go again now and get that right. Now, okay. Oh my goodness, where's that hole? I can see it was in California. Absolutely in California. That's much better. Now when we do slow stitching, I'm not going to let's get this correct, Carol. There you go. When we do slow stitching, I'm just going to stitch and visit with you, and now here we go, and some of the darker shades of the variegation are showing, doing what I wanted them to do. This is the darker shade. And here, I think I'll stop for today. I do hope that you have enjoyed stitching with me. We did a lot today. And I promise not to overdo with my lessons about railroading, DMC, etc. But there are those of you who might want to give those things a try, so I will share, but I will not keep repeating it because that's absolutely not necessary to do. Let's look a little closer now at what we have here. Righty. Now, the Carol of 40 years ago would have been unhappy with this one because it's turned. These are straighter. This one would have not made me happy. Well, get over yourself, Carol. That looks just lovely. If you have enjoyed sharing this with me today, please come back. We will be working some more on this, and I will have this bit finished. And if you have enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye now.